Even while the Model Y is currently the industry standard in its class, rival models from established manufacturers are drawing level swiftly. As of right now, the reported Model Y refresh, codenamed Juniper, remains just that, a rumor. Recently, the Model 3 sedan, which shares a lot of similarities with the Model Y, got new styling, an improved interior, and some technological improvements. Although it appears increasingly likely that Juniper will be for the 2025 or 2026 model year, we wouldn't be shocked if the improvements made their way to the Model Y. The Model Y will continue to have a significant sales advantage, even in the absence of the revisions. Astute buyers of electric vehicles ought to nevertheless pay great attention to the Ford Mustang Mach-E, Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, and Volkswagen ID.4. For the complete assessment from our test team on the Model Y's practical range, usefulness, and other aspects, see our expert rating below. How does one drive a Model Y? There is no weakness with acceleration. In Edmunds testing, the Model Y long range reached 60 miles per hour from a standstill in a mere 4.8 seconds. And even though our test car had all-season tires, which are usually more made for resistance to wear than for traction on the road, it stopped extremely well from 60 miles per hour, taking only 112 feet. These two figures are outstanding for the EV market and better than we had anticipated. Considering the weight of the Model Y, the steering and handling are also excellent. Through a corner, the steering feels light and reacts quickly to your inputs, giving you a sensation of control and connection. Additionally, there isn't much body roll, especially for an SUV. Excellent in-town driving is possible. Experienced electric vehicle drivers will value the adjustable regenerative braking, which lets you drive almost entirely with the right pedal. Speaking about comfort, how cozy does the Model Y feel? The cabin of the Model Y is rather comfortable in certain places and unsatisfactory in others. The seat warmers warm up fast and the cushions are soft and supportive. However, in hot weather, the synthetic leather upholstery can feel oppressive as it doesn't breathe well. Just with everything else, the climate control is controlled via touchscreen. It does a good job of heating and cooling the cabin, although it has to work especially hard when the sun is shining through the large glass roof of the Y. Conveniently, you may prepare the cabin remotely before entering. The ride quality of the long-range model is significantly better than that of the performance model. Even with the 18-inch wheels, the long-range's ride is much more bearable, though we wouldn't describe it as comfortable. Smaller fractures and imperfections have a tendency to seep inside the cabin. Nevertheless, the Model Y performs an excellent job of isolating outside noise and wind, resulting in a somewhat calm cabin environment. How does one go about living with? Over many thousand kilometers and several months of actual use, our test crew cohabitated with the Model Y and thoroughly tested it. For all the information on how the Tesla Model Y performed throughout our long-term test, how dependable it was, and what it's like to live with, see our long-term test page. What is the state of the interior? Every passenger in the Model Y has enough of headroom and legroom in the roomy cabin. The wide opening doors, towering roof, and low step-over height make it simple to enter and exit. The third-row seat that is available for the Model Y is small, but it can accommodate 7 people in an emergency. Unfortunately, the huge touchscreen is the only method to control almost anything on the Y. Even though it looks sleek and contemporary, the controls take some getting used to, and utilizing the system while driving is usually distracting. Another problem is that you lose most of the control over the Model Y in the event that the touchscreen malfunctions. Impressive forward sight is made possible by the small hood and tall wide windshield. The broad front windshield pillars just slightly hinder your view when turning. However, rear visibility is comparable to that of a performance coupe. The rear view is significantly limited by the high beltline and narrow rear window. What's up with the technology? The technological qualities of the Model Y come with a number of advantages and disadvantages. With its large central screen, the images are clear and easy to view. Additionally, the Google-based navigation system is readable and easy to use. However, in patchy service areas, the system may take a while to refresh, briefly rendering you mapless. The 14-speaker audio system produces immersive sound. What is the state of storage? There is a ton of cargo room in the Model Y. The maximum capacity listed by Tesla is 68 cubic feet. However, it's unclear if the front trunk is included in that measurement. Although the back seats cannot be folded completely flat, there is a large opening and a low load-in height. There is additional storage underneath the detachable cargo floor in the back. There are suited smartphone charging spots and a sliding bin cover on the center console. For this big SUV, the child safety seat accommodations are mediocre. Enough room exists for even the biggest child seats. On the other hand, the lower car seat anchors are difficult to loop through and have narrow access points. Reaching the top tether points, which are located on the lower side of the back seats, might be challenging. The absence of smartphone integration for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is the largest drawback. The sole method to connect your phone is via Bluetooth, which is a poor substitute for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto's more feature-rich offerings. The advanced driver assistance features of the Model Y work incredibly well in stop-and-go traffic, although they can be a little bothersome on highways or on streets with parked cars. A number of false alarms have occurred due to the system riding too close to another vehicle on the highway or misunderstanding a stopped vehicle in our lane for a parked automobile on the shoulder, causing a startling wake-up for the following vehicle. These problems are rare in competing vehicle systems. The good news is that as long as your Tesla data plan is current, you'll have access to an internet browser that will let you do things like stream Netflix or search YouTube videos while parked. Constant over-the-air upgrades that can add features and optimize the system are one of Tesla's biggest innovations. What is the efficiency and range like? It was recently evaluated that the 2021 Model Y long range, which is the subject of the following information. Since then, EPA range and efficiency estimates have slightly changed, but our main conclusions remain the same. The Model Y long range is the second most energy-efficient luxury electric vehicle, EV, behind the Tesla Model 3, according to EPA estimations. Its maximum range is 326 miles, and it requires 27 kilowatt per hour of electricity for every 100 miles of driving. For an electric SUV, both are pretty amazing. Using the max range battery mode, which charges the battery to its maximum capacity, we observed a total range of 317 miles at a consumption rate of 26.2 kilowatt per hour / 100 miles in Edmunds real-world testing of the 2021 Model Y long range. It is advisable to save this mode for longer trips and not use it on a daily basis. The Model Y's 300-plus mile range is more than enough for most people, even though it didn't quite live up to its range estimate during our test drive. Just make sure you drive carefully. The Model Y has several benefits, one of which is having access to Tesla's exclusive supercharger network. When you need a lot of range rapidly, it offers dependable and economically affordable recharging, such as on road trips. What is the value of the Model Y? Although it costs less than the performance model, the Model Y long-range vehicle is still well within the price range of a luxury SUV. Is it worthwhile? The Model Y's allure is contingent upon your personal values. In comparison to other luxury electric SUVs, the Model Y is a relative steal if you're looking for speed and spaciousness for your money. However, the Model Y falls short in some areas when it comes to comfort and interior design. The Y has a warranty that is on pace with that of a luxury EV, but slightly less than normal for an upscale SUV. Roadside assistance and bumper-to-bumper coverage are included for 4 years or 50,000 miles. Over the course of its 8-year / 120,000-mile warranty, Tesla promises a 70% retention of battery life. Even if it doesn't have the same showmanship as the performance variant, the variant Y long range is nonetheless quite fast and enjoyable to drive. We believe that the long range is the better model out of the two. when combined with a higher level of riding quality. With less sacrifices to comfort, it checks off the fun-to-drive boxes. The Y has a stylish posture that adds to its visual appeal, and you can still add the large wheels to give it a performance model look.